Presidential candidate Tan Kin Lian has again spoken on the need to recognise national servicemen for their contributions. And this time, he proposed having different housing grant schemes for our own male citizens and new citizens.
I believe that the national servicemen serve the country. They have to serve NS for 2 full years, and then they have to later on come out in the job market to compete with foreigners working in Singapore. So we need to find some way to make sure the national servicemen's service are recognized. I propose that this can be best done by differentiating the HDB housing grant. Don't give the same grant to everybody, those who serve national service and those who don't. I know of some permanent residents, they get the grant, but they didn't do national service, or new citizens. I'm not against PR and new citizens, but I say we must treat our male Singaporean fairly because they are coming out to work in a competitive work environment. They are 2 years behind the other people. And young people find it very hard to earn enough money to start a family, to buy a HDB flat. So we must recognize this and give the male citizen who serve national service in the form of housing grant more recognition, so that those who serve national service should get a bigger housing grant. Maybe PR and new citizen who didn't do national service should get a smaller housing grant.
Speaking to the media after a walkabout in Tampines on Tuesday morning, the ex-NTUC income chief also emphasized his drive for multiracialism as part of his campaign.
Last night, I went to visit an Indian temple, and I went through the temple chairman brought me around, and my friends showed me the Indian culture, the temple, the religion. I was very happy to participate. The night before, I went to Geylang Serai to meet, because that's where many of the Malays are. But last night, after the temple, I went to visit a Kertai, a 7-moon dinner in Serangoon Garden. I will next, tomorrow, visit a church, because we must recognize that in Singapore, we are a multiracial society. And the best way to promote racial harmony is to show respect of the culture and the languages of all the ethnic groups in Singapore. So in my election day broadcast, I spoke in 4 languages.
If elected, Mr. Tan hopes to cooperate with the government instead of blocking.
I don't want to cause gridlock to the government by blocking. That's not my purpose. It's not going to help the people of Singapore. My aim is to help the people of Singapore so that they can look forward to a better life in the future.
But he said he will still use the president's veto powers when necessary.
I will use the veto only as the last resort and only on matters concerning the request to release reserves. I want to make sure that the request is more broad-based and fairer to all segments of Singapore. For example, if it's a request due to economic difficulties like what happened 2 years ago, I would like to make sure that some of the money go to help businesses, but some of the money must go to help the people directly, not just the businesses. I do not want to use the veto for other purposes. I don't want to use the veto unless it's the last resort.
Stay tuned to Razor TV for Tan Kin Lian's election rally to be held at Yio Chu Kang Stadium on Wednesday evening.